Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Gemini Twin Ascension. I have sent out the link to Ophelia and Melissa as well if they want to join. Um, Hang on. Okay. So we will start with basically what the title says. Masculine forcing the feminine to face a lot of her own bottled up emotions. I had this happen this morning. I am very, bad about holding my emotions in, and I know it's not a good thing, but I don't like to cry. I get when I get mad, I cry, and then it makes me even madder. But with any emotion, happy, sad, I don't like to cry. I've always been that way, but it seems I tend to cry very easily. But this morning, I was talking with my twin about a couple things, and he was I can't really go into a whole lot of details on certain things, but um, we were talking, and he said he felt like certain things were making a situation worse. And of course, he won't elaborate on it, and he knows I won't push him on it. But the more we sat there and talked about it, the more I could feel the heaviness in his heart. And please don't make me do that again. I could feel, what he was feeling, and it it made me start crying, which was rough because the karmic was laying in bed asleep beside me. I was sitting in here in the bedroom talking to him. Um, mm, but I was, trying to fight back the tears, and but the more we talked, the harder it was to hold him back. And I s- no, Bradley, I started to let him flow. And, it was for him, for the stress that I know he's under right now. It was for me, for the things I'm dealing with. But it seemed like the more I let go, it switched from, feeling his heartbreak, his sadness, to me being flat out pissed off because she's making him feel this way. But there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do about it. I can't, you know, and I won't force the issue. It has to be him that makes that decision. But it just, I sat here this morning and I haven't felt his, you know, presence within me like that intensely in a while. But I will. He's doing it again. But we've been talking on and off all day, and it's after I finally calmed down enough this morning. I was on Emerald Gems live while as well. Um, it hit me that he opened himself up that way for a reason. He's felt my hesitation, my holding back on feeling things, and he opened himself up to that connection to let me feel what he felt. And when he does that, it gets extremely, extremely intense. And unless you've experienced it, there's really, no words to describe it. It's just, I could feel his love. I could feel, his heartbreak. Feeling like he's stuck in this situation. But like I said, no, Bradley, and I've said this before, and he's trying, and the cat's coming in, and yeah, they can feel it. And I just got completely, yeah, so, it was a way of him, trying to soothe himself, but at the same time, soothe me, and letting us know that he understands this a lot more than what his physical self is letting on. And I know this, and we've talked about this before about the intensity of whenever I can feel him with me. And at times when he gets very upset, so I'm feeling, my own emotions, but also feeling his as well. And it is very intense. And with him, I don't like to block it. Um, so un momento. But it was just very, very intense, very hard to cope with. But I worked through it, and it's like I was telling Melissa earlier, I'm still kind of reeling over the whole experience this morning. And I'm trying not to, overanalyze, overthink everything. I feel him even right now as I'm talking about this. He's telling me, it's okay. Te amo. It's okay. It's everything will work out the way it's supposed to, because he's always, talking, about the future. One day it'll be this way for us, and things like that. And so I know that he gets it. And a lot of masculines are coming to that realization right now that there's nothing else out there like this for them. They could search their entire lives and never find somebody that makes them feel the way that their feminines feel. There's stuff back there. Just my kids. I didn't realize what time it was. I thought it was, I honestly thought it was later than it was. Oh my gosh. Because I woke up at 6 o'clock this morning when he messaged me. And I did fall back to sleep for about an hour or so. I had maybe 4 hours sleep before he woke me up this morning. Stop. I don't want to hear that. I wanted you to, he, he hates waking me up, but I like knowing that, he thinks about me when he wakes up in the morning. It's a comfort. But the this morning, I'm still, I don't want to say in shock over it, because like I said, I felt for it, but it's been a while, and you kind of forget at times. Yes, I feel him every once in a while, just kind of comfort me, it's okay, I love you, be patient with me. I feel that. But this morning it wasn't just him reassuring me, it was him opening up and allowing me to feel, the frustration, the anguish that he's feeling right now. Um, and then just, I told him, I said, I wish I was with you right now just to hug you and kiss you, and tell you, everything's gonna be okay. because he's one of these people that he doesn't really like talking about his problems because in his eyes, talking about it makes it worse. Frustrating as hell when he says that, but I I understand. You know, it's he is very guarded in certain aspects like that, but it was just indescribable. Now, on the flip side, I'm only going to talk about this for a little bit because, quite honestly, I don't want that energy. In the way I've been feeling today, I don't want that energy back. Um, got in an argument with the karmic yesterday because I told him, I said, I can't do this anymore. I told him, I said, the fact that you got so upset over a post about a gift from our daughter, I said, and the wondering if, that the next thing I say is going to piss you off. I said, I cannot do this anymore. And I told him, and I guess, judging by the way he acted today, he doesn't think I'm serious. But I told him, I said, I'm going next week, which we're starting, tomorrow, probably more than likely Tuesday, I'll do it. I'm going to find a job. I don't, and right now I'm not sure, I don't honestly care what kind, but to where I can get a little bit of money for me and my boys. And of course, he starts bitching and ranting and raving and everything. And um, he sat there and, he made a comment. He said, well, you never come out of this room. You're always in here. And next thing I know, he's calling for my 17-year-old to come in here. And he asks my 17-year-old, he said, isn't she in this room all the damn time? And my 17-year-old looked at him, straight face, serious as can be. He said, when you're not here? No, she's not. And oh, that pissed the karmic off. He's like, what the fuck ever? Um, and he started bitching a little bit more. And then he sits down on the bed, at the foot of the bed. My 17-year-old still standing there, could still hear what he was. And he said, well, maybe I should have just killed myself when I was 14 years old when I wanted to. And just, I couldn't talk. I looked at my 17-year-old and he heard it. He's like, wow, seriously? And, when I finally found my voice, I looked at the karmic. I said, I cannot believe you just said that in front of our son. He said, well, it's the truth. What kind of sick, twisted, narcissistic asshole would mention like that in front of his own child? That right there, I I couldn't. I still can't fathom what made him think that was okay to say. But then, of course, today he's acting like nothing happened, everything's okay because he's sitting there talking about in March there's a gym and rock show over in St. Louis. We went to it last year. He's sitting there talking about, well, I'll take vacation days. We'll go over there, a little vacation. We'll go to the museum and, things like that. Like I didn't just tell him that I want to, get a job and start, the process of getting away from him. He's just, he hears what he wants, twists what he wants to suit his purpose, and then that's it. But I can't deal with that right there. It broke my heart for my 17-year-old to hear his father say that. And I know that that is part of the reason. Yes, I'm looping back around to get that out. I'm looping back around to my twin. I know that's part of the reason why my twin this morning, allowed himself to open up like that to where I could feel his, because he knew that I was holding that in and he wanted me to have some sort of release, some sort of, almost like he found the little pressure valve on me and just turned it to, let some of that steam out. So, but it's one of the reasons that I love him. And I told him this morning because we were talking, and he said, I wish that I just had this switch that I could turn off when I'm with you. And I told him, I said, well, you feel things very deeply, and that's one of the things that I admire about you, one of the things that I love about you. And it is. I mean, he tries to come off, I'm a very cold-hearted person. No, mi amor, you're not. You are guarded. You've been hurt before, and she's trying to hurt you again. And it breaks my heart knowing that there's not a damn thing I can do to help you with it, but just be there, and listen to you really, turn that release valve just enough to let some of it out because you won't open it up and let it all out. It breaks my heart and it pisses me off. Not at you, at our situation that I cannot do any more than what I'm doing for you right now. I love you, and you know this. And I want you, one of these days when you see this video, if you haven't, already figured out that it's here and that you watch, because I haven't told you about it yet. But I want you to know that no matter what, I will I will love you. We will get through this. And thank you so much for that this morning. You don't know what it meant to me, no matter how little, you really released of it. You're getting there. You're making those steps. You're understanding that I'm not going to judge you on what you say. I'm going to love you anyway. I keep hearing that. Even if you see my scars, even if I break your heart, even if we're about, a million miles apart, could you love me anyway? And yes, I do. No matter what, no matter, I think I've proven that by now with what we've gone through already. I'm going to love you no matter what you do. I'm here. Estoy aquí, ahora y siempre, forever. We'll work through it. We'll get to where we need to be. You just can't give up. I won't give up on us even when the times get rough. I've given you all my love and you're still looking up. Okay. I love you. Okay. We're going to, um, I'm just going to pull from decks and right now just kind of see where the masculine, I know where my masculine is, energetically, because there's, and I've been saying this for a couple of weeks now, there's issues with karmics that are, it's coming to a head. It really is. They're reevaluating, the things that they thought they wanted. That's just and part of a story I've been with. Prophetic writing at its finest, dear. Um, yeah, that was part of one of the story I've been working on. It was part of the thing that the man said. You've caused me to reevaluate what I thought I wanted, and that's what's going on right now with them, and it's very conflicting for a lot of them because for my own masculine, there's a lot at stake for him. Um, so he really has to be careful, especially right now, with how he proceeds with everything. So I am, as understanding as I can be. Yes, I get frustrated with him at times. Um, okay, I get frustrated with him at times, but it it's like, in no time at all, I'm okay with it. And we have ecstasy, Dionysus. Okay, let's see one more. And abundance, ecstasy and abundance. How great. Um, they're that's they're really, longing to be with their feminine. Um, in the very physical sense of the word, they want that. There's no one else that attracts. There no one else that they're attracted to as much as they are their feminines. Even when they try to deny it, it's just it's there. Take a chance on love. Yeah, that was on the bottom, so we'll redo that. If it pops back out again, we'll know. But that's almost okay. Yeah, it was supposed to come out. It didn't pop back out, but I just heard, that's what he's wanting to do. He's wanting to take. Um, their ego is still getting in the way a little bit. Well, this is what I want, what I want. But if going, you know, to that, what I want, it could cost me other things. And it's a difficult situation for them. And then we have be supportive. And this is more for the feminine right now. It says make a genuine effort to show you care. And I've been doing that all day with him. No bump. No. You know, I know that he won't talk about his problem. No, won't talk about his problems a whole lot, but I've told him time and again, I know you won't, but I'm still going to ask every time, do you want to talk about it? And, he always says, no, I don't, but, I really appreciate you asking. He knows that when he's ready, I'll be right here, willing to listen to him. No judgment, no, no anger, no anything, because I can't stay mad at him. I have, God help me, I've tried. And there's been times that I really should have been mad at him for the things that he's done. But it's the Gemini. I see both sides of the situation. And I wouldn't want him being angry at me for the same things that I wanted to be angry with him for. Okay. Do something for someone. Mm. Okay. Be willing to express love. That was on the bottom of the deck. These cards are absolutely gorgeous. But hang on. Um, okay. What else do we need? Because I want to try to keep this kind of short because it's early and extras at the house tonight. My 17-year-old's girlfriend's here. It was kind of funny, and I think that's Melissa. Um, but it's kind of, you know, like I said, was saying, he knows that I'm always holding, that space for him to do so. Anytime he, He wants to talk, and I can always tell when there's something bothering him. He'll say, "No, I'm fine," and I call bullshit on it because I know you're not. I'm not going to push and make you tell me what's wrong, but I want you to know that you're dealing with something. I I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to act like, oh, everything's all butterflies and rainbows when I know it's not for him. I'm going to tell him, this coming from you. I know that you're stressed out. You don't have to hide it from me, whether you want to talk about it or not. And he really is getting to where, he'll say, well, you're right, but that's all he'll say. And it's just, an acknowledge. Basically, it's an acknowledgement of my feelings, is what he's doing. Um, and we've known each other for almost 2.5 years now. I know it's a short time span in comparison to a lot of the twins out there, but there's been so much growth, so much change, so much, in that short period of time. It's like our timeline got accelerated due to our age. Um, so, oh, oh, uh, okay. I wasn't planning on pulling that many, but that just okay. Headspace, heart space, physical message to his feminine, and a message from. So yeah, five. Like I've said before, five is my life path number, and it just really seems to pop out a lot. And we have in his headspace, he's got the Three of Pentacles, which is success, gains, and recognition. Which that's what he's getting right now. They're working, hard. They're getting that recognition from their peers, their colleagues and everything. They're getting that right now. But at the same time, while they're getting that recognition from them, they're wanting that recognition from her, from the feminine. And that just kind of heart space. Um, the Four of Wands. What more can you say? They want that marriage. They want that happy family. They want their feminine. Um, so, and then we have the King of Wands and the physical, entrepreneurial, very smart, very, goal oriented. They know what they want. Sometimes they go about getting what they want the wrong way, but yeah. And then we have the message um, to the feminine. We have the moon, which it's the emotions, the unseen depths, and it's like I was saying earlier. I told my masculine, I said, you feel things so deeply that it's hard to explain it, and that's what they're kind of saying here. They know that they have this deep feeling for their feminine, but they're some of them are uncertain exactly what it means. They're uncertain if they're going to be able to attain it. They want it. they want it more than anything, but they're still a little uncertain. But then we have message from Two of Cups, important union, balance in a relationship, reconciliation. We have the Four of Wands and the Two of Cups right here from the masculine. Make sure that heart space, and then in regards to what's the message from spirit. Two of Cups. They want. They're just a little unsure of how to go about getting it. Some of them are unsure if their feminines still want them, because some of them have acting 555 and then switch to 5 with me. I seriously saw 555 on my phone, but it's 656. Um, they're uncertain, with everything that they've put their feminines through, that she's going to want him, that she's going to feel the same way about him. I just saw 3111. Okay. 111. Spirit with the Two of Cups, spirit is saying it's yours. She wants you. Yes. Get out of your ego. Go with your heart and your soul and know it's yours. This was meant for you. Can't grow in your comfort zone. Everything you want's on the other side of fear. Step the fuck out of it. Lean into it. Push through it. I really don't know what else to talk about. One of my favorite decks, and I've got so many favorites now. It's not even fun. And draw card after card from every one of these decks. But there are certain decks that I have that I don't have. Excuse me. Much of a connection with. Like I've got the shop cards, and I think I've had them once or twice. I just do that. I will, I'll have a deck there and sit there, and next thing you know, I'm using sound. We have from the, and this is one of my unicorn guides cards. We have strength. This challenge will make you stronger. You will get through to the other side. Look for the gifts in this situation. And what did I just say? Everything you want is on the other side of fear, on the other side of your comfort zone. Step through it. Know that you've got the strength to get through it. You've got the strength to get to what you want. Just believe it. Understand what you were brought here, what you were meant to do, and go for it. Sanctuary. This has been coming up a lot lately. Sanctuary, private protection. You are your twin sanctuary. You are your safe space in every aspect. And that is one of the things that got me this morning. Past lives. I got so angry, not just at her, but at myself, because there was not a damn thing I could do to help him right now. But then we have patience and, pause before you take action. Don't act rashly when you're in that mind space, that anger. Oh, huh? Oh. Yeah, I'm a little distracted. Don't act out of anger. Take a second, take a breath, learn the patience. It would have been so easy this morning once I started feeling those emotions, especially when the ones for my own karmic came through, um, to just give in to that, just start screaming at him. I honestly shoved a pillow in his face because he was snoring so loud this morning. I wanted to punch him. But then we have passion. Do what excites you. Hey, I know that's not what that meant, but okay. um, okay, but let's see. Yes, we're gonna do a root. I was talking to my twin yesterday, and he, bless his heart, was running all over town with the family, and he was so tired. He was, he got home, went and worked out, and he messaged me and he said, "I am so tired." I said, "I know." I said, "It's understandable. It's you work so hard all week, and then." It's like you said, it's what mom is how he says moms and dads do. Okay, something's not right with that one. All right. Mm, well, I did pick it up in reverse. Okay, we have, and what did I do with it? I just stuck it. We have Othella, but it was reversed. Well, it came out, meaning it came out upside down instead of right side up. So right side up, it means separation, retreat. Um, well, retreat, yeah, that'd be nice. Um, in reverse, it says, "This is not a time to be bound by old conditioning and old authority. Consider not what will benefit you, but what will benefit others, and act accordingly to the light you possess now in your life. Because you may be called upon to undertake a radical departure from old ways. Total honesty is required. Otherwise, through negligence or refusal to see clearly, you may cause pain to others and damage to yourself. Adaptability and skillful means are the methods to cultivate at this time, and still you must wait for the universe to act. Receiving this rune, remember, we do without doing, and everything gets done." Hmm. Let's pull another one. Okay. Oh, babe. I say, babe. Yeah. Okay, dear. 139. Mm, Oops. Wrong one. I'm sorry, guys. Asked him if he finished packing. Not yet. Haven't even started. Procrastination much, dear? Okay. Now we have the Soela. Why is my freaking everything trying to come out? Never mind. Rhetorical question. I know everything I just trying to come out as a Spanish word, and this isn't Spanish. Dear, please. Okay, it stands for wholeness, that which our nature requires. It embodies the impulse towards self realization. It indicates the path you must follow, not from ulterior motives, but from the core of your individuality. Seeking after wholeness is a spiritual warrior's zest or quest. And yet, what you are striving to become in actuality is what, by nature, you already are. Become conscious of your essence and bring it into form. Express it in a creative way. A rune of great power, making life force available to you. It marks the time for regeneration down to the cellular level. We've all been getting, downloads. Although this rune has no reverse position, there is a reason for caution. If you you may see fit to withdraw or even retreat in the face of pressing situation, especially if events or people are demanding that you expand your energy now. Know that such a retreat is a retreat in strength, a voyage inward for centering, for balance. Okay. And it says there is caution here not to give yourself airs. Don't be haughty about, what's going on. You know, don't be, you know, self-absorbed. Well, I've got these abilities. I can do this. None of us are better than anybody else. We're just at different levels. Um, it says practice the art of doing without doing. Whoa, wait a minute. Really? Yeah. So, those were both of them. Yeah, we do without doing it. So these are connected. Practice the art of doing without doing. Aim yourself truly and then maintain your aim without manipulation. Meditate on Christ's words, I can of my own self do nothing. For by our own power we do nothing, even in loving. It is love that loves through us. This way of thinking and being integrates new energies and permits us to flow into wholeness. And flow actually come out in the unicorn oracle cards as well, which is the ultimate goal of the spiritual warrior. And my kids. Um, so oh, I want to close this out. I'm going to ask for one more card because my energy level just, that was Michael. Whew. We're going to ask for one more card for about masculine, and then we will get a divine feminine oracle card as well to close this out because it just went crashed. That's whew. Okay. We have Ganesha obstacles, and the masculines have obstacles that they are trying to work through. Uh, there's really no other words for it. They've got each has their own, specific. It's specific to their own. What is it? Own situation. Yeah, like I said, my energy's dropped, so I'm just kind of. And somebody keeps popping on and off. I don't know who it is, but must not like the fact that I wasn't really saying a whole lot. So for the feminine, we have Inanna, Queen of Heaven and Earth. I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. And then on the bottom we have, embodiment is the deepest bliss. My body was made for enlightenment. I've read these out before, and we'll do an angel card from the Angels and Ascended Masters, and then we're going to close this out because I really wish you would leave him alone. That's just what I'm feeling right now, because he's got a trip he's preparing to go on for work, and I just asked him if he had packed yet, because he told me earlier today that's what he was going to do. He was going to study up a little bit of stuff that he needs for the trip, and then he was going to pack. And he hasn't even started packing yet. And I get this, yeah, get rid of that. Leave him alone. I get this feeling that she's the reason he hasn't started packing yet. So, can we please have one card for an angel that is working with both twins right now to help them through whatever they're going through right now? And it just flew across the bed. We have Angel of Clairaudience. Listen. Messages that are coming through. We have Career Angel on the bottom. Messages are coming through, and they could, be through, songs. It could be just something you hear on TV. It could be something one of your own kids say. It could be something a perfect stranger says, or it could just be, what you perceive as a random thought in your head, but it's not really random. It was put there for a reason. So, as long as you've opened yourself up, holy angels, I am willing. I open myself up to any messages that you want me to receive. Please show me what I need to know. Angels of the animal realm, as I have one of my cats sitting here on the bed. But just pay attention to what's going on around you. Oh, thank you. The clairaudience. Now I know why that came up. Since last night, I have been having this really bad, throbbing, achy feeling in my right ear. And I couldn't figure out what was going on. Angel of white light, yes. Surround all of us watching this, protect us. But it really hurt. It was this throbbing, aching feeling. And after I spoke with my twin this morning, and we were talking, about the things we were talking about, I really wasn't paying a whole lot of attention to it, but Melissa happened to ask me. She said, well, because I had mentioned last night that my ear was bothering me. And she asked me today, she said, well, how's your ear feeling now? And I was like, it's not hurting anymore. Yeah, my children. It's not hurting anymore. So there was something that was trying to block it, something that was trying to block the connection between my twin and myself. And we kind of worked through that, whether he realizes what was going on or not. We worked through that, and the soreness in my ear is gone. So somebody was trying a little bit of bullshit, which got to be better than that. Especially if you recognize the signs and the symptoms and what's going on, you can call it out right away and get rid of it. You don't have to take it in. It's one of those things that Emerald Gem is always, talking to us about. We don't have to take those attacks in. We can call in the angels, say, I don't want this. This isn't mine. Please take it away, and they will. They'll get rid of whatever little psychic, attacks that they're trying to throw at you. You just have to ask. So this is, I wanted to keep it under an hour tonight. So if we do one from Ophelia's page later, that's fine. I really wanted to get that out about what I experienced with my twin this morning, and it just, you don't have to keep doing it now. I know. Every time but things are shifting, especially for myself. I've noticed the just knowing certain things are going on, or something's going to happen, the more that I speak up to the karmic, the more I tell him this is not, you know, working. It gets each time it gets a little more, and everything starts, shifting up again. So it's what I've said time and again: speak your truth, even if your voice wavers, and it will help. It will help you feel better. It will help your, what gifts you have. It will help them expand. Just do it from a space of love. Don't, be really hateful. This morning, or not this morning, yesterday morning, when I told the karmic, I was like, I said, I can't understand why you would be so upset, so jealous over me making a post about a gift our daughter got us. Our daughter that doesn't have a whole lot. The fact that she, got me something for Christmas, and the fact that you're jealous over it, I said it's not right. And the more I, speak on the things like that, and the more I set my boundaries, the more I feel, certain things opening up, and it's helping. And the more, higher I go, it seems like my twin he'll reach for me, and he'll feel that, that I'm not at that level no more. And it makes him want to, rise up and to, be there with me, because that when that connection is not as strong, he feels it. So he'll do, subconsciously he does the work to bring himself back up to where we're kind of on an even keel, kind of, not completely, but because I don't think he still understands everything. But whenever he feels that little bit of a disconnect, it helps him. He's like, well, I want to be there with her. And it's just kind of like this. Yeah. But anyway, I hope this helped. And Melissa, if you watch this, if you want a timestamp where I actually started with the cards, that's fine, because like I said, like I've said time and again, I'm an experienced based person. I talk about what's going on with me, and a lot of times it, manifest, reiterates itself in the cards, but it gives you that real life example of, you know, what's going on, or explain maybe how you're feeling about something. So I hope this helps. If it did, like, share, subscribe. I do have, the Instagram page. It's the same name as this. I post every once in a while. I'll post, little mini reads on there, but not as often. But I'm trying to get better at that. I've just got to find the time when I have the mental capacity and time away from the karmic to be able to do so. I hope y'all have a good night, and I'll see you next time.